Hello, everyone. It's Biz Besties, and we're so excited to be here. We are halfway through. No, we are not halfway through April. We're just getting into April. Time is
One
weird.
third, one third.
Yeah, one third through April, but time is weird. We have a really exciting episode for you. And Kayla, what's on the gratitude list today? Because I feel like gratitudes are at an all-time high for us, but if you had to choose in this moment, what would it be?
Yeah, I'd say very hard to narrow down to the one thing. The volunteers for She Leads and the speakers and the whole crew. It's going to be friggin' amazing. I'm so grateful for everyone. I'm grateful for the goodie bag things that are arriving by delivery. Every time I open it up, it feels like Christmas. I'm grateful that I didn't have to take the ferry on the weekend and I harbor aired over to Vancouver, which is a seaplane. And it felt very glamorous, even though the actual seaplane ride is quite loud. But
Mm.
anyway, it felt nice to just be harbor to harbor in 40 minutes. I could go on and on. Anyway, we're having a good time over here. What about you?
Yeah, hard to choose. And I'm feeling really grateful for the volunteers are up there as well. We had a connection call. We brought our volunteers all together on Zoom and so that we could go over where we need their support. And we wanted to, obviously, this is just how we are, create connection and community amongst them. They don't all know one another yet. And just like hearing like what are they all looking forward to from the
Mhm.
weekend, all of them feeling so excited to be in a room full of so many women, the connections that they're going to make, being back in the energy. Like for some of them, they've been in my aligned purpose world often and then have stepped away for their own personal reasons and just like really excited to be back in that. And I feel so excited that we get to be the curators of that. And like, I just know that the volunteers, we've created a group chat with them. I think they'll all form really great friendships. And yeah, I feel like often every day, every moment, I'm like, I'm so grateful for everything coming up and to do with She Leads. And it is the truth.
Yeah, it's absolutely the truth. The other thing I'm grateful for is our client, Rachel. Shout out if you're listening, Rach. We had an amazing VIP day with her yesterday. And every time we work with her, every time we get the opportunity to dive into her business, her personal brand, the change she's making in the world, the people she's helping, and get to be with her, fully present with her for 4 or 5 hours and go for lunch and hang out and connect on so many levels. I have a pinch me moment that this is actually our life. I'm so happy that we can support women in this way and men. I'm grateful for Kevin, who works with us, who's this incredibly aligned man who's breaking the mold of what we thought was possible, helping me
Mm.
believe that it's fun and awesome to work with men too. And so many men lately have been showing up that way for me. And Kevin was our first man in aligned CEO, and he's so awesome. So shout out to you too, Kevin. And we just have, I feel like our clients, our friends, our volunteers, it's all coming together.
Yeah. Talk about men stepping up. We had a call with some of our friends this morning. There were more men than women on the screen. There was like 9 of us that got together, and it was our first time chatting like on Zoom since we were all together in California. And it was just so awesome to have like that male presence there. And we were all there to support one of our friends to mastermind through a block and a challenge that he's facing. And yeah, I was just reminded of there are really great men out there doing really great work.
Yeah, we're so lucky. Woohoo! Okay.
Woohoo!
That's it
Okay.
for the episode. No, just kidding. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So, we are going to chat about how becoming well known is our theme for 2025, just a broad theme for everyone who's inside of Align CEO Method. This is what, if we're working towards an intention, how can we support you to become more well known? Because what we've realized and we've discovered is that when you are the go to person, AKA you are well known, it's more cash in the door. It's so many more other things. It's more impact. It's making more money. It's having more fun. It's doing more good in the world. But people are not going to know who you are when you're sitting alone in your office, not networking, not connecting, not masterminding. You're not going to become well known. You're not. You're going to sit alone in silence and feel like, why is this so hard? becoming well known requires a couple of things, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a coach back in the beginning of My Aligned Purpose who supported us one-to-one, and I think we had a few calls with her together. Her name was Suze. She was so awesome. She did breath work too. And she told us that if she sat inside her gray apartment building in San Francisco and said, I want to manifest the man of my dreams, come on in, man of my dreams, but didn't go to the window, didn't answer the door, never went outside to the store. She's just sitting inside her apartment, sitting on the couch saying, look at me, look at how hard I'm manifesting. The man would not show up unless she jumped the FedEx man or something. We don't know. But anyway, the optimal person who's meant for her would not show up just by her sitting there trying to quote unquote manifest it. Okay. Manifestation requires action. To manifest becoming well known, to manifest everything that goes along with that, cash flow, referrals, connections, fun, having a meaningful impact in the world, you have to take action. And so we have a few actions that we would suggest. One being deciding, okay, this is my route I'm going to take, and deciding can be an action. It's a mindset action combo. And then what are you going to do to put yourself out there?
And putting yourself out there can mean a bunch of different things. I definitely have some ideas around how you can take action and get in front of people. I think one of the things that I think we see the most often that sets business owners apart, especially in Align CEO method, is when we see the people who are filling out their tracker. We're hearing and seeing what their goals and their desires are. And so when we see, oh, I'm looking to get on stages this quarter, I'm looking to get on podcasts, I'm looking to go on a tour with my work. Okay, so they're identifying what it is that they want to do to become well known. And now we're looped into the vision. And once we're looped into the vision, that is action comes before attraction. You want to manifest speaking on stages and having all of these opportunities. It requires you to take action first. And I believe that action can be as simple as vocalizing it, looping your coaches and mentors in and letting them know where you want to go and why you want to go there. And then that becomes our, like mine and yours, be all end all focus of we want our clients to get results and get them fast. So then we're like, who do we need to connect you with? On our VIP day, we're with Rachel. We're saying, who's the number one person you'd love to be connected with? Let us put a call out right now. Let's see if we can ask our own connection and network of people. Does anybody have a direct contact to this person? When we know what your vision is, we are your number one cheerleaders. We are here to help you take action on that. So I think that something as simple as vocalizing it is a really powerful action.
Yeah, this is calling to mind a really good example. We put a call out for sponsors for She Leads, and we had a couple people respond back right away. One of them doesn't have a brand, just starting her business. This business that she is starting isn't her be all and end all business, but she's hustling to make it happen in the meantime. And in that conversation, we helped her come up with how her current business she's making money in now, which is direct sales business, is going to translate that list over to her business with her big goal when she's finished school. So there's a lot of things happening for her, but she did not make excuses. She didn't say, I'm in school, I'm not fully certified, I don't really know what I'm doing. She just said, I want to sponsor this event. I want to be in the room. What do I have to do? So we said, okay, you're going to need a logo, and we're going to need 170 of what you're selling. And what can we do to make that happen? And our VA, shout out to Tanner, made her a logo so that we can pop that up on the page and say she's a sponsor. And she's doing it dirty and we're over here. No problem. Get out of the way. We're going to make it happen because she wants it. So when you start taking action, you indicate to the universe and everyone around you and your network, hey, it's me. I'm going for it. And then things start to align. It's so amazing and magical. And you cannot predict what's going to happen. You just have to start.
And this person, because I know she listens to our podcast, so shout out to you. We love you so much already, and we're just getting to know you. She did not know us. She had not been working with us. She saw the call out on Instagram. And like you said, just getting started in two businesses and is finishing up school for her other business and said that she wanted to do this. Then I want cash flow. Then, as scary as it was, because her business is not fully developed yet, but she knows the way to make her business get fully developed is to have support, to have mentorship, to have guidance. Then she signs up to Align CEO Method. And we are like, you are making it happen. There is no way you're not going to make it happen. You know, something that I heard this morning from Neville Goddard while I was getting ready, because we know I love Neville. He said, what if it's not the universe testing you? What if it's the universe preparing you? And when I think about that, the universe wants you to go first. Okay, so the universe wants you to go first. She stepped up. She's going first. And that's part of my notes for our chat today. How do you become well known? What's an action you take? You show up and you step up. Even when you don't know the full direction, you don't know the how, you don't know anybody in the room.
Like, yeah, the other thing is let people help you.
Let people help you.
We heard that a few of our Align CEOs want to be on stage. Their goal is to be speakers. So we said, okay, how can we carve out a piece of the program to hear from them? To allow them to share their business, share their transformation, share why they're here and why they love community. And we are obsessed with them. We love them so much. So we're like, okay, we're going to make it happen. Then, speaking of allow someone else to help you, they get to have a call with Nicole. She talks them through what their speech is going to be, how they're going to start with a story, and how they're going to structure it so that people can know what it's like to work with them and what kind of transformation they make in the world and why they should be followed on Instagram and followed on the social platforms and all these types of things. And if they hadn't said, hey, I want to be on stage, we would never know. They took the action. They said, I want to speak. I want to share. And I guarantee all of us who are going to be on stage at She Leads are thinking like, wow, this is a big moment. This is a big opportunity to speak in front of these 170 entrepreneurial women who are here with their whole heart open, learning and growing. This is a lot. And the only way you're going to make progress is if you do it. So I'm really proud of you, our Align CEOs who are speaking on stage. Shout out.
Yeah, it's true. When I was chatting to a couple of them today, and I said, it's only 5 minutes. I said, in 5 minutes, we'll feel like it's going to go really fast. But also, at the very beginning of that 5 minutes, we're going to hand you a microphone, and then 170 humans are all going to have their eyes on you. So that first second of those 5 minutes is going to feel like a really long time. And I don't say that to put any sort of pressure on you. This is exciting. This is what you want. And now you're going for it. You're going to make it happen. 5 minutes will go by so fast. And yeah, I think too, another way that we've supported people to step up and go for it, if like maybe they're not going to be in a physical space with us or don't want to wait until the one time a year that we're doing this big event, we'll often have our clients come to us and say, I want to start a podcast. And then we ask why. I want to become well known. Okay, but you can become well known in many ways. Why a podcast? I like talking, so on and so forth. And a suggestion that we've offered many times that everybody listening here who's thinking about a podcast you could take as well is start by doing IG lives with people, scheduling people in and do an Instagram live and put yourself on a schedule of I'm going to go live with somebody new every single Thursday or whatever it is, and get prepped if we're just having those conversations like that. Because if you can't be consistent to showing up on IG live and you're freaking out about having a conversation with somebody like in the moment, then that might be a great indicator that going through the work of setting up a podcast might not be for you right now. But 9 times out of 10, and actually 10 times out of 10, when we've given that exercise to everybody to try, they're like, okay, I want it. How do I do the podcast now? Help me set it up.
Yeah.
You get to
practice, take action. Nothing is perfect. And yet it's usually a mindset block. We can all say nothing's perfect. I get that. And usually it's something that is standing in your way, that is from the past, that is lingering in your subconscious. And we need to bring it out and say, what are you really scared of? What is so scary about being in a room of 170 women who have businesses and want it so badly too? Maybe you could change that story by showing up and meeting new friends and starting the conversation on the WhatsApp chat to begin with, and knowing that we are exactly the same on Biz Besties as we are on Zoom, as we are in real life. And we are so excited to meet you. We want to be around, and so does everybody in Align CEO. We all want to be around other women who are going for it and men who are energetically aligned who are also going for it. That's who we want to be around. So if that's you and you're thinking, I'm feeling this pull to join something that my aligned purpose is doing, book the flight, get your ticket, come to She Leads. If you're in Victoria or the island anyway, drive down here, get your butt over here, whatever you have to do, come and be in the room. We can't describe exactly how magical it's going to be because Victoria has never seen anything like this before. And next year we'll have better content to be able to market and show people this is what it's going to be like. But right now, you have to trust that being in the conversation, being in the room, being in the energy is what you need to boost yourself to the next level.
Yeah. And that's really our third thing when we talk about the ways to become well known, because the more that you're the go-to person, the more it's going to be cash in the door and lives impacted and fun had. And the first thing is to take action. The second thing is to step up. And the third thing is to get yourself in the room at She Leads. You do not know who's going to be in that room that could and will completely change your life. I know that we've talked about this before, but I just think it cannot be said enough. We have at least 4, maybe 5 women flying in from Calgary together. 3 of them never met before coming to a My Line Purpose event.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they never met. And now they hang out together every month. They go on a monthly date. They catch up. They bring their journals. They do goal setting. They grab coffee. I believe now they are at the level of friendship where they go out on Friday nights and have drinks and go dancing and have fun girls' nights. Like it just
Celebrate
keeps,
each other's birthdays together.
yeah, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper, their connection. That happened in this community. We have somebody who's flying in from Calgary a week early to spend the week with somebody who lives here on Vancouver Island because they've built such a great bond, such a great friendship together. They met in this community. Like the connections go deep. They go so deep, and you just can't even imagine. Kaila, you and I, we are going to Arizona in August, and we already know how many friends that we're going to connect and meet up with from being in our own mastermind, from going to our own events, seeing people that we haven't seen for a year since we went to Arizona last year. This is what happens, but we wouldn't meet these people. We wouldn't know them. We wouldn't have the connection if we didn't put ourselves in the room. And if you're thinking, I'm introverted. Like, there's no way I'm going to reach out and make levels of friendship like this. Not everybody is introverted. There will be the extroverts in the house who will find their way to you. And I also just want to remind you that, like, the way we roll, Kaila and I roll, nobody is left behind. Don't you worry. There will be nobody eating lunch by themselves unless that's what you absolutely desire, is some solo alone time. But everybody will have a new friendship, a new connection. That is an absolute guarantee across my heart. I know that. And that's the whole purpose of this weekend, is that you're in a room with other women who want the kind of life that you want. It's not like your high school friends. It's not like your children's parents that are your friends. It's not like your siblings. It's not like that. It's women who want the kind of life that you want. So right away, there's a shared connection there that you might not have with other people in your life.
Yeah, you could be at the very beginning and be scared to even go for it, or you could be pulling $1 million a year or whatever you want, $3 million a year, $4 million a year. Either way, you're going to fit into this room because we are all here to support each other. Everyone has something to give. We all have the same fears and we all have different strengths. So everyone has something to give. That, and we are giving to you the whole weekend. So actually, you just need to be able to receive. You're going to get the world's best goodie bag. You're going to get the best experience with snacks and shopping and a DJ dance party on Friday. And then Saturday, you need to sit in your seat and sit back and relax and take it all in, because we are all here to up level your energy, your life, everything that you're about. You're going to leave thinking, wow, That completely changed my outlook on so many things. And I feel
Mhm.
like I'm ready to just go for it,
Mhm.
actually blow up my business, to make my own money, to show my kids what's possible. That's your impact at the end of the weekend. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, and we don't say that lightly.
Mhm. We
Okay.
curate our whole lives around it.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah.
So get out there, get yourself becoming the go to person in your field, and you can become the go to person in anything. Like you can become the go to person who does nails, who makes
Mhm.
chocolate, who knits quilts. Like you can become the go to person in anything. The first thing that you need to do is identify, are you willing to step up to become the person who is the go to person in what it is that you love? That's it. Are you ready to step into that?
Yeah. One baby step at a time.
Okay. We'll see you at She Leads April 25th and 26th at the Oak Bay Beach Hotel in Victoria, British Columbia.
Okay. You can get your tickets at myalignedpurpose.com/she leads.
Bye.